Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to Drakiith and James Trimmier. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to the Wasteland 3 beta, as we continue exploring downtown Colorado Springs and get a better idea of exactly what it is the Patriarch has brought us here to help protect. You'll also notice the tutorial has suddenly started firing again, so I guess we'll start with that. You've looted a mod. There are two types of mods: weapon mods and armor mods. Mods modify any gear they're attached to, providing powerful bonuses. There's no good reason not to mod your gear. To install a mod, one of your rangers must possess the necessary weapon modding or armor modding skills. To install a mod, find the weapon or armor you want to upgrade and select the Modify option. Different mods require different modding skill ranks. The better the mod, the harder it is to install. Alright, I don't think we've actually got any gear that's worth modding at the moment, but let's go check that out. Oh, you've gained a perk point. You've earned a perk point. Proceed to the perk screen to unlock a powerful new perk. Sure, we'll take a look at that in just a moment, but first... Okay, so this is the basic armor mod screen. It's pretty straightforward. On the left, you've got the armor type and the basic stats. On the right, you've got a list of your currently available mods that you can attach to it. There are different types of mods for head, torso, and leg armor, and you do want to be careful about which mods you decide to use because they are attached permanently. It's also worth noting that weapons will have multiple mod slots, one for each type of mod that particular weapon can support. In this case, the assault rifle offers slots for magazines, barrels, underbarrel attachments, and various scopes, but it will vary slightly depending on the exact type of weapon you're using. And then we've got perks. Let's have a look at those. Buying perks. Starting at level 4, your rangers will earn a perk point every other level. Perk points are used to unlock powerful abilities and passive bonuses. Perks become available for purchase as you upgrade your skills. Now, much like with character generation, I don't want to get too bogged down here. We might take a closer look at the perk system in a future video. But for now, suffice to say that every skill comes with its own associated skill perks, with combat skills offering the most perks and utility skills offering a smaller assortment of perks. In some cases, as with persuasion and intimidation, they don't actually offer any perks at all. In this case, we'll keep things relatively simple and we'll just go for the first of the leadership perks, Rally, which, as it says here, will grant us a new active ability that can give bonus action points to all nearby allies. Okay, let's get back to it. The bodies of Dorsey's slain in the recent incursion were tossed haphazardly into this frozen fountain. Refugees have set up impromptu shelters around the square. Even with the city's heat, they must be freezing.
Mom? Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Just a minute. Can we talk to you?
Why? What do you want?
Do you need help?
No, please, I just need you to go away. Please.
You were expecting your mother? Where is she?
I don't know. We were heading to Colorado Springs with a lot of other folks when we got separated. I hurried here as quick as I could after, but I ain't found her anywhere. I keep hoping.
You got separated.
There was this smiling lady. She said she had some food, and I could take some back to my mom if I came with her. And next thing I know, she was gonna sell me. She put me in a cage.
There's that smiling lady again. So this actually ties directly into the pile of corpses we found back at our base. How did you escape?
One of her men took me out of the cage to...
Oh, looks like the audio track didn't fire on this line. First time that's happened.
Stayed with them till I got here.
Guess that's it for now, but I'm assuming in the final game we'll actually be able to follow up and start investigating the slavers.
Bye.
Sorry, Haley. That'll have to wait until launch. Machine shop? Okay. Ah, and yet more content that's not available in the beta. I believe McTavish is another potential companion. From what I've heard, he's some sort of Scottish luchador.
How does it feel now?
Extra, extra!
We'll have our
Cowardly attack on
revenge.
Colorado
You ain't
Springs!
seen the last of us.
New in town? Did you hear about what happened?
This young man is still in his teens. He carries numerous copies of a newspaper, the Colorado Patriot. We hear there's been trouble.
Sure has. Dorsey's got into the city, but nobody knows how. They started shooting up the place and killed a lot of people. Then they made a run at the Patriarch's palace. Oh, but they couldn't get inside. It took a while, but Sheriff Daisy and the Marshals beat him back. Now they're holed up in the Garden of the Gods. Well, some of them, anyway. Others jumped in their trucks and ran for it.
What do you know about the Dorseys?
Just what I've been told. Back before I was born, they were the family that betrayed the Patriarch and tried to take charge of Colorado. Thing is, everybody thought they'd been dead for years. I mean, there's tons of stories about how the Patriarch wiped them all out.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that some things about the Patriarch might be exaggerated. Where can I find Sheriff Daisy?
Oh, Marshal Station, right over there. You can't miss the pillories out front.
So, you report the news around here?
Yep. I work for the Colorado Patriot, only newspaper left in America. We tell people what's happening in the city and what they should think about it.
No comment.
Be careful. Might still be Dorsey's hiding out in the city.
Duly noted. Thanks.
Death to Buchanan! Death to the 100 stinking families!
Cousins killed by Dorsey thugs! Families taken hostage!
We ain't gonna beg for our lives! We ain't weak like you!
We should build some more watchtowers around the garden. Dorsey slipped right past the ones we've got.
Yeah, but we'll need to pull some resources from another district to do it.
Sheriff won't like that.
Marshals! Finally! I was beginning to think you were never going to help. Hold on now. You aren't marshals. You look like ruffians. Are you here to see the sheriff? Well, I'm first. I've been waiting here on tenterhooks for an hour.
Ruffians?
Forgive me. That was unkind. I am under considerable duress. My family has been kidnapped by those no-good Dorseys, and the Marshals will give me no answers about their situation. They won't even speak to me. I must know how the sheriff intends to rescue them, and when.
The Marshals seem a bit overwhelmed at the moment.
That may be, but my family is one of the leading families of Colorado Springs. We have been longtime allies of the Patriarch and supporters of all he stands for. Surely that should be given some consideration.
Is there anyone here you think should get less consideration than you?
I suppose not. We are all equal in the eyes of God, as they say. I am just frustrated. That is all. It doesn't seem that anything is being done.
Who are you, anyway?
My name is Lucia Wesson, daughter of Percival Wesson and Maria Reyes of the 100 Families. But now they and my little brother have been kidnapped by those good-for-nothing Dorseys, and I fear for their lives.
Can you tell us more about the 100 Families?
We are the founding families of Colorado Springs, descended from the survivalists who came together after the deluge of fire and helped the Patriarch build a stronger Colorado. I'm proud to trace my lineage back before the war on both sides of my family.
What exactly is going on here?
Someone let the Dorseys into town, and the savages have taken my family hostage, along with a good many others, and retreated to the Garden of the Gods. I came here to demand that Sheriff Daisy immediately mount an expedition to save them, but her marshals keep putting me off.
Who are the Dorseys?
No good traitors, that's what they are. Used to be 100 families, like us, but rotten. Backstabbers, every one of them. At least that's what my father says. They rebelled against the Patriarch before I was born, and were driven from the city. I was always told they were dead and gone. It seems I was misinformed.
As were a lot of people. We're the Arizona Rangers. We could help you.
Well, you look capable enough, but I don't know you from Adam. Why, you might be robbers or bandits. No. Thanks all the same, but I think I'll continue to wait on the proper authorities. Frustrating though that may be. Sheriff Daisy, I will not leave until you speak to me.
Fair enough. Well, let's see if we can help her anyway.
Miss Wesson, could you... I'm sorry. I have to talk to these folks. Sorry about that. Are you the Rangers? We were told to expect you. Sheriff Daisy's waiting for you in the back.
Thanks, Torres.
Anytime, Marshal Quinn.
What are you working on?
Reports. Lots of reports. The Dorsey raid really tore up the town. Murder, looting, fires. They even attacked this station. Not that they got very far. It's been exhausting.
Any advice on how to handle Sheriff Daisy?
Don't blink.
Can you tell us about the Marshals?
It's on the back of the box. We keep the peace here in Colorado Springs. Mostly, though, we do what Sheriff Daisy says.
Much appreciated.
Thanks. If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a form.
Yeah, we will get right on that. Looks like we've got some hostiles out back, too. The Marshals must go through a bunker's worth of coffee every day. The sheriff is a statuesque woman with graying blonde hair and steel in her smile.
Well, now you must be the Rangers. I'm the sheriff around here, but you can call me Daisy. Old Saul tells me you're a bunch of badasses, and I ain't one to turn away a badass, especially at a time like this. I reckon you already heard all about the Dorsey raid, so I won't bore you with the details. Suffice it to say, we whooped 'em good, and the survivors are holed up in the Garden of the Gods with a bunch of hostages. Thing is, I lost a lot of marshals. My boys and girls are tired and beat up. You want to make some fast friends around here? You could go into the garden and speak to those Dorseys for us. Maybe find out how the hell they got into the city in the first place.
And by speak, you mean shoot the everlasting shit out of them and save those hostages, right, boss?
Quan, I hear you're some fancy liaison now. Old Saul taking my people without even asking? How dare he? Anyway, yes, you rascal. That's exactly what I mean. But question him first, you hear?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Lucia Wesson wants to talk to you about rescuing her family from the Dorseys.
That girl? You think I ain't heard her yapping? But I got a couple of 50 other people yapping at me, too. Tell you what, though. Her people are 100 family folks from the fancy side of town, so they got some pull. You can do me a big favor and kill 2 birds with 1 stone if you take little Miss Wesson with you when you go to save them. In fact, I'm going to insist on it. I need that girl out of my hair. I'll let Lipinski know you're bringing her along. He won't let you into the garden without her. Don't worry. She knows which end of the gun the bullets come out of. Go in there and kick some ass, Rangers.
Oh, I guess we're done.
The garden's on the far side of the market square. Don't forget to take Miss Wesson with you.
Okay, let's go have a chat with Miss Wesson.
How's your family?
My mom and pa are safe. Still haven't heard from my sister. She was working near the museum when the attack started.
Jesus. Fucking Dorseys? I'm sure she's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why the sheriff didn't assign me marshals, but, well, beggars can't be choosers. I am the Miss Wesson she spoke of. Lucia Wesson, daughter of Percival Wesson and Maria Reyes of the 100 Families. As Sheriff Daisy told you, they and some of our neighbors were taken hostage by the Dorseys, and I mean to free them. All of them. So, I am ready when you are.
What is the Garden of the Gods? Sheriff Daisy didn't say.
It's a project of the Ward family, a showcase for their know-how. They grow food there using the latest technologies. Colorado Springs leads the world in science. But there are plenty of places to hide in the garden. The Dorseys could be laying for us anywhere. We shall have to be cautious.
Sheriff Daisy said you knew one end of the gun from the other. That true?
She's making a joke. She knows very well that my father taught me to shoot almost before I could walk. And I'm the best shot in this city. You may ask anyone. Everybody knows what I can do.
Sure, but have you ever killed anyone?
No. But I have hunted. There's no need to worry that I will be shy about pulling the trigger. I promise, strangers, if it is to save my family, I will not hesitate.
Oh, I guess there was a use for the survival skill after all. Are you sure you don't want to leave this to the professionals?
I know very little about you, strangers. And even if I trusted you as I would a friend, it is still my family who the Dorseys threaten. I must go.
All right, let's go.
At last.
And just like that, we've got a full party. Looks like Lucia here is a fairly standard gunslinger build. Very frail, though. We'll have to keep her off the front line. And she's got small arms, weapon modding, barter, and survival. That might actually come in handy. No notable gear. Oh, actually, she's got Lucia's revolver. Smooth from thousands of holster quick draws. Otherwise, Lucia's weapon is polished and immaculate. Interesting. Oh yeah, that is a huge step up from our poor VP91Z. All right, let's see what else we've got here.
Must be drunker than I thought. Did someone yell something about Dorseys?
Too old to fight the Dorseys, they said.
Ha!
Good cop, bad cop, and a swinging exposed light bulb. Classic. Ah, evidence lockup. Let's have a closer look at that.
Dorsey lives! He'll kill you all!
EMP cylinder. A fist-sized device capable of emitting a disrupting electromagnetic pulse is attached to the inside of the rib cage. The coil is small, powerful, and almost completely non-toxic. Intriguing. Apparently, that's another cybernetic implant that grants us the ability to emit electromagnetic pulses. Wow. We also pulled an ice axe. Not really useful for our party. And we pulled an extra rocket, which is welcome. Red dot scope. The little dot says, "Make the bullets go here." Critical chance, plus 5%. Very nice. Hydraskin panels. The silicon ceramic scales inside of these panels are light and strong. The panels can replace bulkier plates to improve mobility. Evasion, plus 3%. An interrogation. This cassette is blank and appears well used, as if taped over many times.
Don't bullshit me this time, Dorsey. How'd you get into the city?
Fucking Highlander! Done told you them gates were left open!
Then who let you in? Give me a name.
Don't know, goddammit, I told you!
What were you supposed to do when you got inside?
Grab them under assholes for hostages. Many as we could. Especially that Percy Wesson and his kin. Nearly just wanted them bad. Then hit the palace. Kill the patriarch.
Is that it?
Swear to God and the deluge of blood. That's all I know.
I bet we can help you recollect a little more.
I told you what I know. Don't.
Oh, God. Okay, to be fair, the Dorseys did attack their town and kill a bunch of innocent people. Jeez. Alright, let's see what else we've got here. Brain candy. A syringe with some eerie green liquid. May or may not be literal liquid candy, or liquid brains. Claims to improve your intellect. Interesting. Okay. Let's see if we can find our way to those thieves we saw. It's been a while since our last fight.
Death to Buchanan! Death to the 100 stinking families!
At palace gates! Patriarch alive and safe!
Aha! Come on. Yep, we could really use a level up here. This snowdrift is just the right balance of density and wetness to pack snowballs. Sure, why not? Alright, I'll bite. What do these things do? Interesting. Okay, so it's a basic grenade-like utility weapon that I'm assuming inflicts no damage, but does apply the frozen condition. I suppose I could see that being useful. The young guard's face is nervous but determined. He steps forward as you approach, holding his hand up.
By order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate.
What kind of authorization do we need?
An invitation from the head of a family or authorization from the Patriarch. Until you have that, the gate stays closed.
Why is the gate closed?
The attack on the city has everyone nervous. Until that's all settled down, Patriarch's orders are in effect. Authorized business only.
What's through the gate?
Broadmoor Heights and the Patriarch's palace.
He clearly feels his job does not include expansive descriptions. Thank you. We'll be on our way.
Good day.
Well, I guess we won't be paying the Patriarch a visit. But this looks promising.
God darn it, Martha. Why else would I even keep a shotgun around
Garden of the
if I
Gods
don't
is just
use
north of Market
Do
Square.
you know who those outlaws
Marshal
are,
Lupinski should be
Josiah?
out front.
They're Dorseys! They won't be scared of a scrawny old man.
A scrawny old man with a shotgun? Hang on, I'm not that old.
Oh, Josiah, just put down the gun and let someone else handle this, all right?
I think that's our cue.
Consarn it! You Dorsey peckerheads, get on out of there!
The old man is shouting into the nearby shop and waving a shotgun around.
Hush up now, Josiah. You can't go in there alone. They'll kill you.
You think I can't handle myself? I've put down worse than these in my time.
Oh, since when? You've been a shopkeeper all your life.
When she notices you, an expression of relief crosses her face.
Will you help me talk some sense into this old fool? If he goes after those Dorseys, he'll get himself killed.
What's going on here?
Some of those Dorsey bastards are hiding out in my shop. My shop! Finest clothing store in the whole dang town. So I'm going in after them.
Why don't you ask the Marshals for help?
They're too busy. Besides, a man should be able to protect his own shop.
Look, why don't you let us professionals handle this?
Thank you. Keep an old man from killing himself, will you?
Killing myself? Can't you pretend to have some faith in me, Martha? Especially in front of these soldier types?
He shakes his head, then turns to you.
You do this, you'll get a nice discount at the shop. Assuming I still have a shop by the time it's all over. Well, go on then.
Brandy's Diary. A small book with a series of hearts and daggers drawn on the cover, with the words, "The Diary of Beautiful Brandy." The eye is drawn with a heart. They get pretty elaborate with some of these junk items.
Shit, Hotlanders! We thought you was all dead! Back off!
Oh yeah, we're gonna kill these guys. Let's just see if we can actually find some cover here.
I done told you! Don't come any closer!
Okay, so we could convince these guys to just leave, but let's be honest. They're only here because they were slaughtering innocent people. They're not walking back out. Cool down, guys. We just want to talk.
No way! Got these fuckers!
And now it's self-defense. Let's waste them. Uh-oh.
Could use some help.
Companions going rogue. Companions have a chance of going rogue. When they do, they'll sometimes perform special abilities, and other times they'll just fuck everything up. The higher your ranger squad's average charisma, the better chance you have of your companions performing a positive action instead of a negative one. Armor system. That enemy has armor. All weapons have a penetration value. If your weapon's penetration is equal to or greater than your enemy's armor, your weapon will fully penetrate and deal full damage. If your weapon's penetration is less than their armor, you'll do a proportionate amount of damage, but no more than 80%. Good to know. Anything else? Downed. Rangers. One of your rangers has been downed. Rangers are downed when they reach 0 constitution. They'll stay downed for several turns before becoming fully incapacitated. If another ranger can reach them before that happens, they can spend some of their action points to revive them. When a ranger is revived, they'll suffer a lasting injury that can only be removed by using an injury kit or by getting treatment from a doctor. Each injury your downed rangers suffer from will reduce the time you have to revive them. It's also worth noting that the enemies basically got the drop on us because we essentially let them. There are going to be a lot of cases where you're better off just shooting first, rather than trying to talk things out. Anyway, first things first, let's see if we can get Retcon back on his feet.
Let's consolidate our efforts.
Thank you, Dr. Longway. Not a great start for Lucia. There we go. Okay, we're not in a great position, but we'll have to make do. Let's see if we can keep their heads down. And we'll have the rest of our guys hunker down. Oof. Alright, let's flush these guys out. That should keep them distracted. Now, we need better angles. Nice. Thank you, Lulalu. Alright, we need to get closer. Orcblood, I need you to draw fire. Well, not quite what I was going for, but... nicely done. I mean, obviously it could have gone better, but for the purposes of the tutorial, it did cover some important info. Right. Safes require a consumable safe cracker item. I don't think there are any in the beta.
Boy, thanks again for taking care of those Dorseys. Say, if you got hurt in that scrap, you should see a friend of mine, Doc Parker. He set up a clinic in the Arapahoe garage, just outside the city gate.
He gestures down the road to the north.
And here, a little token of our appreciation. Come on back after we reopen the shop.
You've got our gratitude, Rangers.
Well, I was hoping to take on those thieves, but let's see if we can go track down that doctor instead.
This here's Market Square. The Arapahoe garage is just outside the city gates. My old friend Doc Parker set up a clinic there. Parker's the best doctor in town. Be a hell of an asset if we can persuade him to join the Rangers. Careful, though. The Doc is prickly at the best of times. And these are not the best of times.
Duly noted. Thank you, Quan. Boo. The bodies of fallen marshals and citizens have been arranged for pickup and a proper burial.
We used duct tape to fix this. Terrible. Hello there. The name's Theodoric Curie. Theo for friends. I need to work on these gate hydraulics, but I always have time to answer some questions, if you're here to learn about our wall.
Tell us about the Colorado Springs Wall.
It's simply your standard concrete barrier with Tesla-styled electrical deterrence. Not an absolute marvel of what could be done, but sufficient for the task of keeping out enemies. If we had oil to power the generators, you'd see the glorious effect of thousands of volts of electricity arcing across it, deterring would-be attackers from approaching. Such a pity.
Who are you?
I'm not one for fanciful self-inflation, but since you asked, I am the humble son of scientists. My mother and father were on a mission to pursue the possibility of cold fusion. Imagine nuclear reactions at room temperatures making it safe for everyone. Sadly, they are gone, and my efforts to follow their work has been stymied by immediate dangers. Perhaps one day, I'll have the time to devote to such a monumental achievement again.
Thank you, Mr. Curie. Sorry, we have to go.
Believe me, I understand. Thank you for stopping by, and good luck out there. Back to the wall.
All right, I think it's safe to say that this is the place we're looking for. A linebacker in a lab coat, this doctor is clearly weary, but works feverishly to bandage the bloody head of an unconscious young woman.
Hey, Doc. Quan, hope you won't take offense, but I've got no time for niceties. Dying people take precedence.
Understood, brother.
Can we do anything to help? He gestures towards the injured patients lying nearby.
They're in bad shape, and I don't have the time or tools to save them.
You can count on us. What can we do? His shoulders sag with relief.
Thank you. The things I need most are a suture kit, an injury kit, and a medic pack. Got that? These folks are literally dying on us, so don't fuck around.
We've already got the kits you wanted.
Great. Then get started on those patients.
Got it. He nods, allowing himself a quiet sigh of relief, then returns his attention to the injured woman. This man is sitting clenched-teethed in a puddle of his own blood, a hand pressed to his belly. Intestines bulge from between the slats of his fingers. He won't last much longer without help. If you use one of your suture kits on him, you may be able to save his life.
It isn't that bad, is it? Just flesh wound, am I right?
No time.
You
Come
should
on,
see
pal. Pull through.
The other guy.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
That looks like one of the supplies that Doc Parker asked for.
Yeah, I told him I had them.
You closed my wound. I won't miss staring at my own gods.
Too many patients, not enough people who give a shit. Get up already.
This woman is almost unconscious. Her body is a nightmare of bruises and welts, but at least she's breathing. The damage is severe, but treatable with basic tools. You could use one of your medic packs to save her life.
They wouldn't stop. Why wouldn't they stop?
No time.
It hurts. Please.
Come on, pal. Pull through.
What is going on? Did you patch me up?
This man doesn't appear to be in much pain, but he's intensely focused on his leg. White bone shears through the skin. He's clearly broken it in several places. This may end poorly for him. You could use one of your injury kits to save his life.
Jumped out of a building to escape the Dorseys. Didn't count on the ground stopping me.
Yeah, that is how gravity works. But I guess we can cut you some slack.
That'll
Too many
help.
patients,
But we should
not
look
enough
around
people
to
who
see if
give
we
a
can
shit.
find more of what Doc
Get up
Parker asked
already.
for.
No time.
My leg! You said it! Ugh, still hurts like a bitch, but
Come
maybe
on,
I'll
pal.
actually
Pull
walk
through.
again.
Too many patients, not enough people who give a shit. Get up already. No time. Come on, pal. Pull through.
The young woman is unconscious. Her head is wrapped in bloody gauze.
Too many patients, not enough people. What now?
We've done everything we can for the patients. They should all pull through.
Good. Thank you. One sec, though. I know I've asked a lot of you, and I'm grateful for what you've already done. But I need one more favor. You see this girl? She was shot in the head, but there's no exit wound. The bullet's still in there. I need to keep constant watch on her, and I need cleaner, safer facilities to do it. If you let me use the facilities at your HQ, I'll do anything. I'll work as your doctor. I'll fucking juggle for you, Rangers. I just need to save her. What do you say?
Well, that worked out. Welcome aboard, Dr. Parker.
Thank you. Thank you. You've saved her life. And mine. Need anything before I get my stuff together?
Yeah, we could use some medical attention.
Of course. Let's have a look. Good luck.
And there we go. Good as new.
Get up already.
You know what? We're past the 50-minute mark, but I've drastically underestimated the amount of content there is in downtown Colorado Springs. That said, let's hit the pause button for now, but we'll pick up here next time, as we finish exploring the area, tie up some loose ends back at base, and then prepare ourselves for the inevitable finale. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Wasteland 3, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube channel, the fan-run Discord server, the official Facebook page, the official Twitter feed, or the original crowdfunding campaign over on Fig. Links are in the description.